Aaron Rodgers finally secures the bag. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Hall back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. I'm here to talk about the breaking news that we heard today, which is that the Packers and Aaron Rodgers have come to terms on a new contract. And this contract is no normal contract. Oh no, this is the largest contract in NFL history, the richest contract ever in NFL history. And I know in previous videos when quarterbacks sign these new deals, I always talk about it. And again, this does apply now to Aaron Rodgers, who is now officially signing the richest contract in NFL history. So he certainly becomes the highest paid player in NFL history and certainly in the NFL right now. So here to break down this contract. Did the Packers pay too much? Was Aaron Rodgers still underpaid? Discussing the terms of the contract, what it actually means, what the fully guaranteed money is, what the partially guaranteed and then no guaranteed money is, if there is any. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. But before I do, make sure if you're new to the channel to go ahead, hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure to turn on post notifications when I post videos. You don't want to miss it. And make sure to hit me up on my social media links down below for that. With that being said, let's get started. So let's get right down to the nitty gritty of the contract. Okay, we've got 4 years and $134 million, okay, which averages out to just about $33.5 million a year. So that is the contract that Aaron Rodgers signed, 4 years, $134 million. So let's break it down in more detail. Signing bonus, $57.5 million, folks. $57.5 million, the largest signing bonus in NFL history. That is what Aaron Rodgers gets the second he signs this contract. That money's going in his direct deposit. Boy, that'd be nice to get, all right? $57.5 million. $103 million in guaranteed money. So out of this 103 fully guaranteed money. And again, this is the historic part of it. The most amount of money guaranteed to a single NFL player. We saw Kirk Cousins this past offseason sign that $84 million guaranteed contract, which was the highest, and now Aaron Rodgers breaks that with $103 million fully guaranteed, okay? $67 million of that 103 he's going to get by the end of this year. $80 million by St. Patrick's Day next year. That's just how he negotiated the terms of the deal. And add in the 2 years that he's already signed for, so this contract extension is going to kick in after these 2 years that he's still getting paid, and you come to a total of $176 million over 6 seasons, folks. $176 million over 6 seasons. So the highest paid player in NFL history. That is how you get that. That is how you get that contract, which is not even which is adding to the 134. But point being is, you take a look at all these numbers, and I can still sit here and say with a straight face, Aaron Rodgers is underpaid. Yes, that's right. Fives, what are you talking about? Like, this is a whole lot of money, the richest contract in NFL history. How can you say that, folks? It's all relative, right? And don't come in my comments with the whole athletes don't deserve this. Another discussion. We know you get paid for what you bring, and Aaron Rodgers brings a lot of freaking revenue to Green Bay. Go ahead and check with them. If you don't believe me, go down to Green Bay, Wisconsin, go to a Packers game, see how much revenue Aaron Rodgers brings. So that's all relative here. But we're talking about relative also now to contemporaries, if you will. And NFL players have come out and said they are jealous of who? NBA players and their guaranteed contracts. Now, Aaron Rodgers got the largest guaranteed contract in history, which is great, but still the $134 million, so about what, $30 million or so, still was not guaranteed. So $30 million was still left on the table, which could be incentives, which could be whatever, and you could still get that money, but it's not fully guaranteed. If Aaron Rodgers breaks his leg, breaks his collarbone, or breaks his ankle, whatever, tomorrow or the first game of the season. So you take a look at the NBA, and let's compare Blake Griffin, okay? And I tweeted about this. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, go ahead and do so. Blake Griffin signed a 5-year, $173 million fully guaranteed deal this past summer. Not even this past summer, this one summer ago. And then remember, the Clippers traded him to the Pistons, so now the Pistons have that contract. Forget all of that. When he signed the extension with the Clippers, 5 years, $173, fully guaranteed, averages out to $34.6 million, folks. Aaron Rodgers, $33.5. You're telling me Aaron Rodgers is getting Blake Griffin money? And yes, you can say, Fives, we're talking about paying 53 guys instead of paying 15 guys. and I get all of that. But again, it just puts it into perspective here because honestly, you take a look at these contracts: Steph Curry, $200 million, Blake Griffin, 173, and Aaron Rodgers certainly deserves every penny that he is going to get. But I'm telling you, the amount of revenue the NFL generates, obviously, he can get more, and that's why I'm saying he's still underpaid. But again, you can't argue with the terms of the largest contract in NFL history. It seems nice, but again, I still believe he's underpaid because he's worth at least $200 million to me. Aaron Rodgers is easily worth that. Not to say any other players, and Tom Brady could be worth $200 million, but again, he's got the age thing, okay, where you can't make that type of investment over 6 years. Aaron Rodgers is still 34 by the time this deal is up. He will be 40, but you're still getting him in his prime in this deal, and that's why this matters. Okay, so overall, do I think the deal is great for Aaron Rodgers? I think it's okay, but I think he's still underpaid. I think he should be getting paid $200 million plus. That's just how I feel about it. The Packers still, I feel like, got a steal here. Obviously, it was the right move to do. We're talking about the most talented quarterback in NFL history. Not the greatest, not the best. That's Tom Brady. We know that. But there's a difference between talented and most accomplished. Tom Brady's most accomplished. Aaron Rodgers' most talented quarterback. You can make up whatever excuses for either side. Aaron Rodgers might not have a defense. Tom Brady's got Bill Belichick. At the end of the day, we know these are the two best in the world at their position. And Aaron Rodgers, especially being younger, is going to get paid like that. So obviously, Packers made the right decision. They had no other freaking choice if they even decided to sniff the possibility of not signing Aaron Rodgers to this extension. But I do wish I could see Aaron Rodgers in a different uniform if Aaron Rodgers never ends up winning another Super Bowl with the Packers. I say that because obviously right now, if you take a look at the Packers, it's not a Super Bowl roster to me. Could they win a Super Bowl? Sure, it's a one-game playoff format in the NFL. Anything can happen. And that's why we love the NFL. But if I had to bet my money on it, no, I probably wouldn't bet on the Packers. And that's just because, like I said, the surrounding pieces with Aaron Rodgers, the lack of a running game, not too many receivers outside of a Devontae Adams. I talk about a defense in the front seven, even in the secondary. It's okay, mediocre. You don't really have any elite level talent anywhere else besides where at the quarterback spot with number 12. Okay, so honestly, I wish the NFL was like the NBA in this sense, where I wish Aaron Rodgers would have gotten this money and maybe signed elsewhere, and we got to see him with a fully loaded team, a Super Bowl roster, a great head coach, and see him win a couple Super Bowls. Because honestly, Aaron Rodgers could play out the duration of this contract, and you know what? Maybe he wins another Super Bowl or a couple, or maybe he doesn't. We will see. But if he was worth the money, I mean, if you are asking that, you do not know what you are talking about. He deserves more than this. That is just what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. And I'm a Bears fan, and I'm saying this, so you better agree with me. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.